What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge and 5 more best bets for the night in sports. My apologies. We are a little bit late starting today. I had to do a little thing called CBS Sports HQ, but you know we don't have time to waste. Let's bring in the stars of the show. You know them. You love them. It's a Monday. They are back. The Speculator, EC, my man Mikey B. So, gentlemen, did we all have a good weekend? Yes?
No.
Yes.
Oh, God. What happened, EC? I'm curious.
I was on the Saturday show, Coach, and I went 0-3. It was a bad weekend from there. It was all downhill from there.
I feel like since Saturdays is the only day that I don't work, that maybe you didn't have me to fire you up, to get you going. Maybe
no, it's because the Speculator wasn't on the show. That's what I told him before the show.
Oh,
it's all about him. He wasn't there. See, and that's why my picks just went down the tubes.
I understand. He's a security blanket for a lot of us. I agree with that. All right, let's get into it. We got a full board today from my boys. Now, Speculator, you're going out on a limb today. Not one, but 2 plays. Start us off.
Yeah, Coach, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. As you would say, the big boss has got a meeting for me. So I am going to give you a bonus play today, sticking true to that 1 play of a day, but it's just going to be a day early. We're going to start with Domantas Sabonis over 18.5 points at -130. The Timberwolves allow the 3rd most points to power forwards in the league at 23.41 points per game. These 2 teams played 2 nights ago, and how many did Sabonis score? 23 points. In the previous game, had an extremely slow pace of 95.8 compared to the Kings and Timberwolves' normal average pace rating, which is 101. Total line for the previous game, 238. Tonight's 238. The previous game ended with 227, meaning the books are expecting 11 more points in this game, yet Domantas Sabonis' line remains the exact same from the previous game, and he went 4.5 points over that already. That's why I'm on Domantas Sabonis over 18.5 points tonight. Second one, that bonus one we're talking about, Trailblazers money line -130. Dame Lillard has been on fire. Last 3 games, 42.3 points. He had a 30, a 60, and a 37-point game. He's shooting 63.2% from the court in those last 3 games. Hawks are 19th in defensive rating. And when the Trailblazers win, Dame has 31.4 in 35 minutes. When they lose, 28.8 in 37 minutes. His line is 33.5 points tonight. So if the books think he's scoring 33, the Trailblazers must be winning.
Oh, it's time. It's time. It's Dame time, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Josh in the chat says, oh, damn, 2 plays from Spector America or for America. He likes it. Oh, and Big Cheesy, he's already on this play. So Big Cheesy has your back there, Specty.
I appreciate it, Big Cheesy.
All right. Now, I really contemplated. But you know, in the Early Edge universe, to get the Maestro spot, you have to what, EC?
Win. Or be a veteran.
Earn it. You have to earn it. Mikey, it's like I've never done the show before. So you have to earn it.
He's trying.
I know. Do you believe an 0-3 day warrants the Maestro spot today?
No.
Okay. At least we're owning that. So, Mikey B, hang tight. EC, you're up, big boy.
All right, well, let's start in the NBA because that's where the Speculator was. I'm going to go with 2 plays. Feeling like we need to get back on track. We're going to go to the association. D'Angelo Russell's on a heater. His PRA, I know you love that term, Coach, so I had to throw it in there. His points, rebounds, and assists combined are over 28.5, which is -120. He's gone over this number in 5 of his last 6, including 33 on Saturday night in that game against Sacramento, which Speculator just referenced. He's averaging 23.5 points per game in those games. And get this, he's shooting in these last 6 games, 27 of 55 from 3-point range, almost 50%. Guy is definitely on a heater. So I think he's going to have more than 23 points. And he's had 5 or more assists in his last 8 games. So I think he's going to get that. Plus we get rebounds. I think this one goes into the 30s. I think we hit this. Okay. Then I'm going to go to one of my favorite players in the NBA, who's probably the most underrated, who I consider a superstar because he's stuck in Oklahoma City, and that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's over 42.5 PRA, which is -110 is what I got it at. He scored 34 points in 4 straight. 8 of 12 times in January, he's gone over 30. He's averaging about 10 assists and rebounds this month and for the season. So all we need him to do is get 33 points when we hit this. and he's averaging 22 shot attempts in each of his last 4. I think he scores at least 35 tonight, gets our 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and we hit this one. So we're going to go 2-0 in the NBA. Then we're going to go to college basketball. Now, the over-unders on Saturday, I kind of got hosed because I needed 10 points in the final 4.5 minutes, and they didn't get it in the Missouri game. So I'm kind of still upset about that one. So we're going to go to this dynamic matchup between North Carolina Central and Norfolk State. The other thing, when you think Norfolk State, I think Kyle O'Quinn. Remember that they beat Duke in the tournament, and he was a lottery pick, and that's the last thing I can tell you about Norfolk State. Anyways, these two teams both average 76 points a game. Norfolk is scoring 84.5 at home. NCCU, I'm just use the abbreviation, 7-3 over on the road. Against the spread to the over. Norfolk 3-1 to the over at home. Here's the weird part about this one. The last 5 for North Carolina Central have gone under. The last 5 from Norfolk State have gone over. I'm going to go with the home team setting the pace here, and that's why I like this one over 137.5. And then I know what you've all been waiting for. The college basketball SWAC moneyline parlay. Yes, the SWAC. We're going deep tonight. Bethune-Cookman. They're the Wildcats. I'm wearing my A just in honor of Bethune-Cookman. They're playing Alabama A&M, who's 1-6 on the road. Their only win is over a 3-16 Florida A&M team on the road, which is their last time out. Bethune-Cookman's won 7 games, 5 of them at home. They've also beaten Florida A&M on the road. And as I said, we got to give the Wildcats some bias as a pick 'em. I'm taking them. And then we're going to go to the team who's number 1 in the SWAC. That's Southern. They've won 7 of 8. Jackson State has won 6 games all year. I think that speaks for itself. We'll go plus 145 here and hit this money line parlay.
So we're going to have the Fighting Ed Reeds and Southern. Do you know where Southern is located, EC?
It's in the South. Mississippi, maybe?
What am I doing? What is my life right now? You do not know that Southern's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana?
Oh, I did not, actually.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I was close. I was 1 state over, right?
Sort of. Quick question from the chat before I forget, because EC, you claim you're an NBA guy, but Mikey, this is more for you. Sam Wise says, gang, got an NBA moneyline promo on DraftKings where you win if your team is up by 10 points at any point of the game. Anybody got input on your best team for this? Perhaps the Nets playing against the Lakers team with no LeBron and no AD tonight. Anybody think? I think the Nets is a pretty good play.
I do. I think if you're going to take a chance on something like that, you don't necessarily need them to win. So I like trying a team with plus odds. I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder get off to a quick start and get a 10-point lead over the Warriors at some point. I think their money line was around like plus 160, 165. You might be able to cash a good plus money one on there.
Okay. Great way to think about that. EC, take some notes.
Well, but here's the thing. Coach, you can't lay minus 365 on the Nets.
This isn't laying 365.
You just got to go up by 10.
It's a bet to bet on a team to go up by 10 points in the game. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
No, but that's
well, then it cashes at those money line odds. Unfortunately, Coach, I think EC is actually correct.
You do? Hey, Sam Wise, let me know what it is. Put it in the chat because now I'm interested. So let me know how the bet works because we want to help you. It is 1 plus 160. All right. So
I think I also don't mind. I don't mind Portland at that too. Because Portland's not, you got minus 130 on the money line that we just talked about. And, if Dame gets hot real quick, all of a sudden Portland can go on a quick run and be up by 10. And then, especially on a bad defensive team like the Hawks, it's not a bad move right there either.
All right. M Squared's in the chat. He says EC is correct. It's just a normal money line bet that pays out early if they go up by 10. I've never even heard. So I learn something every day. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, EC. My apologies. Normally when I tease you, I'm correct. That time I was not. So we like Portland in that bet, or we like a plus money play at the Oklahoma City Thunder. By the way, the Thunder was a play on the morning show, +5 at home tonight against Golden State. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, and I don't want to get the show off track, but there's a young lady from the University of Oklahoma. She broke the all-time, right? You heard about this? All-time three-point made. Steph sends her a video and tells her basically he wants her to come to the game tonight to meet him. That young lady went to the same high school that I did. In McPherson, Kansas. Yes. Oh, cool. Incredible. So there's stories all over social media. There's a story of when she was a freshman, her dad passed away from cancer. And so he hasn't been around for her entire career. So it's a really cool story. And I'm sure there'll be video of them meeting up tonight. But I just thought it was pretty cool. And for Steph to do that, incredibly cool. All right, it is the Maestro spot. Mikey B, you've been waiting long enough. What do you got, big boy?
We were talking about the SWAC and how exciting that was. How about Spurs Wizards? Doesn't get much more exciting than that in the NBA. I'm going to go player prop. We're going to do Jeremy Sohan over 19.5 points and rebounds. That's minus 113 on FanDuel. 9th overall pick in the draft. He is a high energy player. Kind of had some comparisons to Dennis Rodman, although that might be because he dyes his hair seemingly a different color every week. He's been playing more lately. He's averaging 31 minutes over his last 6 games. He had at least 20 points and rebounds combined in all 6 of those games. He has taken at least 10 shots in 5 straight. He took 25 shots in their last game against the Suns on Saturday. He had 30 points. The rebuilding Spurs should play him a lot to try and help accelerate his advancement in the NBA. I think this is a very low number, so I love over 19.5 points and rebounds.
I love this. And right now, I'll be honest. If you notice, I didn't even make any plays today. I'm so fed up with the NBA. Maybe props is the way this show needs to go. Maybe this is the way it needs to go. Some angles to it. There's no doubt about it. Love that information. ECU as well. All right, grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of the Snake on the 1s and the 2. Mikey bonus over 19.5 points and rebounds. No assist there. Minus 113. Then EC, 4 big plays. 2 from college. NC Central, Norfolk State. This one's so obscure. Some books have like the regular games, then your extra games. Mine was in my extra games. That's how obscure this is. Over 137.5. Then how about a little money line parlay? Bethune-Cookman. Ed Reed, tip of the cap to you. Southern, because he's not coaching now, by the way. If you haven't seen that video, it went viral. Go find it out. This dude cares. Then 2 props. D'Angelo Russell over 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Then the Speculator, 2 big plays. Domantas Sabonis over 18.5 points. You heard the numbers. He's a lead data scientist for a reason. You don't question the numbers with Specty. And then Trailblazers, money line, great spot tonight to get back on the winning track. What a fun day. 2 full weeks until the Super Bowl. Do not forget that tomorrow, Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have our Super Bowl mega preview. M Squared will be there. The Maestro will be there. And the stoic one, RJ White, will be there as well to kind of whet your appetite for the Super Bowl, which is a week from Sunday, live from Glendale, Arizona. But in the meantime, pay it forward. Be nice to each other. Pick each other up. We got a little meeting tonight, don't we? That's right. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these N5 tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. M Squared in the chat. EC, Mikey B, the Speculator, all doing work on a Monday. I am the coach. Tell all your friends you want to be educated, have fun, laugh a little bit, be included, not be talked down to. Right here at the early edge, where sometimes when EC is not on the show, we do it in 5. Good luck.